Yeah, it'll be 11. About 10 and a half. Try 10 and a half.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Next Stop Auction Block. I'm Katie Kaufman, and alongside me, as always, is the manager of our purebred division here at Superior Productions, Mr. Jason Barber. And we're going to be talking with you today about Superior Livestock Auction, our commercial season that we have all summer long now that the purebred auctions have kind of died down a little bit for springtime, and now Jason's just in full force getting ready for fall because that'll be here before you know it.
That's right. Right now, we really are. We're in full summer season mode right now. We've got our really big dispersal this week. Worman Angus out in Virginia. Monday and Tuesday it'll be on RFD all day long. So
June 4th and 5th, yep. Just turn on RFD.
Yeah, if you need some registered Angus, some really good genetics, definitely turn on RFD and get to buy-in.
I think you said 1,500 head. Right?
I believe so.
Yeah, pretty
it'll be
close.
a lot, all day, 2 days, so somewhere around 1,500. I know that's what Bob Neighbor said. He videotaped out there because he just told me that he sent in 21 tapes for this when he finished. So it was definitely a long week, but he got them all there, all videotaped, so he can get online and look at them as well.
And you said that Worman has been a customer of Superior Productions for a little while, and that it is always sad to see such a great icon in the beef industry go ahead and have a full dispersal.
It is. They've been in the Angus business a long time. Richard McClung's the man that runs Worman Angus out there, and certainly has some of the best genetics, and they definitely had one of the best female cells every fall out of any client we've had. So it's a little bittersweet to see him go, but for people that are getting into the Angus breed right now, here's such a great place to look and get a head start.
Yeah, absolutely. And then a little bit later this week on Saturday, June 9th, we're going to have the Walking T Ranch auction. There's going to be 1,150 head of cattle that will be offered in Melissa, Texas. And if you do remember, just a few weeks ago, or just, last week rather, we had on all the guys from the AMS group, as well as Dr. Mark Quinn, who is actually really spearheading and helping the Walking T Ranch auction.
That's right. I actually made the trip out to Melissa, Texas the other week and looked at the cattle, and there's definitely a lot of good cattle that are going to be offered here in several different breed types, and some of them are going to be grass-fed, and just going to have a good overall offering of cattle. So definitely, if you're needing some replacement females, look here.
And we also have Council Bluffs going on later in this week.
That's right. We officially get started on our summer sales, and that's is it going to be Wednesday and Thursday?
Yeah,
is that right?
I think Wednesday and Thursday. We're actually waiting on the day that we're actually taping this show right now with all of you. We're still waiting on the exact head count that is going to happen, and if we do have a lot more than we anticipate, it'll go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week of June 4th, or otherwise it'll just be Wednesday and Thursday. So we're kind of waiting out on some numbers there, but we will be in Council Bluffs, Iowa, which is really exciting because it's just across the river from Omaha. So not only do we get to hang out in downtown Omaha and kind of see all that, but also the Ameristar Hotel and Casinos right there.
That's right. Well, I'm going to be hanging out at Worman's. You'll be in Council Bluffs.
I'll be in Council Bluffs.
It will be a busy week.
It will be. And then right after Council Bluffs, I don't even come home to DFW. I fly straight to Turlock, California, not too far from where I grew up, for the World Livestock Auctioneer Championship.
Really? I thought you were going to say you're just going to take a big vacation.
Hey, come on. But we will be out there for, 7 days, and we'll be videoing and producing. The WLAC every year has a 1 hour special on RFD.
That's right. About the first year I was with Superior, they had the World Livestock Auctioneering Championship up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I was actually the guy who drove all the equipment up there while everyone else flew in, and then I drove it home while everyone flew home.
So have you ever offered to help again?
No, I had a good time out there, but it was my first and last trip to WLAC with the company.
Oh, that is so funny. Well, we're really excited to go out to Turlock. My whole family will be out there. And what's so neat is for the World Livestock Auctioneer Championship, it's in conjunction and it's held by the LMA, the Livestock Marketing Association, but these are 30 to 35 of the best auctioneers in the world, and they go through their quarterfinals and semifinals in their designated regions all throughout the country, and then they come together for the World Livestock Auctioneer Championship. And I equate a lot of it to like the Miss Rodeo America pageant. When I ran for Miss Rodeo America, you had interviews upon interviews upon interviews, public speaking, speeches, and really for the WLAC, that's what a lot of those guys do, in addition to selling live lots of cattle that are through a sale barn. So Turlock is the host city this year for that. So they'll, part of the judging and everything, they'll sell 2 to 3 lots. And then they also have to answer really tough questions, not only about the agriculture industry, the cattle market, but also ranching, the lifestyle, things like that. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it is. They really do have a really good knowledge of the entire industry. And most of these guys that go out there, they know each other too. And we've certainly seen some of these guys that have won that sell some of these purebred production sales with us. But on top of that, Ralph Wade, he won the World Livestock Auctioneering Championship. Trent Stewart, who also sells with us in the summer, did as well. And I believe Kenny Wilcox did also.
Yeah, Kenny Wilcox did too. I can't remember where were we? I think it was in Sheridan. The current World Livestock Auctioneer Champion for 2011, he actually sold a few lots for us, so that was cool. I can't remember his name, but that was really neat.
Yeah.
So we're just swarmed by a world champion. We really like those world champion auctioneers here at Superior.
Obviously, they do a good job.
So, and then after WLAC, we'll come home for just a few days and then head to Steamboat Springs. So, never slows down around here.
No, it doesn't.
But anyway, well, we want to thank all of you for joining us today on Auction Block. And when we come back, I forgot to ask Jason, but you also went to Star Lake just a few weeks ago, and we have some of those high-selling branded beauties that are going to be on the program.
We'll show you plenty of those.
Yep. All right. Well, don't go anywhere. Auction Block will be right back. Stay with us. Join Superior Livestock Auction all summer long at our biggest cattle auctions of the year. Mark your calendars now. June 7th and 8th will be in Council Bluffs, Iowa for our Corn Belt Classic. Followed by the largest family reunion in the cattle business, Week in the Rockies in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, June 25th through the 29th. Let's not forget about our good friends in our western region as we take over the town of Winnemucca, Nevada for a full week of fun July 23rd through the 27th. How about taking a trip to the Bighorn Mountains in beautiful Wyoming? Superior Livestock will be having our annual Bighorn Classic in Sheridan, Wyoming, August 13th through the 17th. Lastly, our Labor Day auction will wind up the summer season from Denver, Colorado, September 5th through the 7th. For more information, log on to superiorlivestock.com, and we'll see you this summer. Welcome back to Auction Block. Like Jason and I said at the top of the show, we're going to be going over just a little bit more about the summer season. You were at Star Lake Cattle Ranch, and so we're going to look at some of those branded beauties that did sell, and you said it was a great sale? It was really one of their best averages they've had since I've been there. They sold a slew of embryos on Friday evening, then of course had all the live lots selling on Saturday, along with a couple pages worth of embryos in the catalog too. But when we get to it, I'll go more in detail and see if I can write down or read my own handwriting from the averages, but it was great. Oh, good. Well, really, really good. Well, I have to tell you, so, I host Sunrise, or Superior Sunrise on RFD before our commercial cattle auction. So, in that 30-minute program, it talks a lot about the industry. We'll talk a little bit about Superior Livestock. I'll interview some, Superior Livestock representatives. But I'm always searching online for information and content for Sunrise. And one place that I love to go is Drover's Cattle Network, because the guys at Drover's just have the best articles and best, facts, figures, et cetera, et cetera. So I do have one story that I have to share with you, and I did say it on Sunrise too, but when I saw it, I raised an eyebrow a little bit, and I'm usually pretty good with, I understand there's all different walks of life. I get that everyone else has, everyone has their differing opinions, etc. But this one I think will make you raise an eyebrow too. So the New York Times had a contest for to write an essay for the ethics of eating meat. Okay, and so they had 3,000 entries. And the judges considered 29 finalists, okay? And this is on the ethics of eating meat. The ethics of eating meat. Well, the Drover's Cattle Network, they came out with this article. The 5 judges were all hand-picked, and they were either vegetarians or non-meat eaters.
So no meat eaters.
No meat eaters for the ethics of eating meat contest, right? I mean, I just
So
think,
does this contest even have a winner?
right, exactly. So I want to get more of the figures here, and I should have just brought my script from Sunrise, because that's when we talked about it. But okay, so like I said, the 3,000 entries, the judges considered 29 finalists. Almost 17,000 people voted online for their favorite essay among 6 finalists, and one of the favorites was People for Ethical Treatment of Animals.
PETA, uh-huh.
Yeah, activists, which she didn't believe in meat eating either. But the winner. Period, end of story. The winner of the contest used to be a vegetarian, but he returned to meat eating. So at least we had a winner that eats meat.
Sure.
But the 5 hand-picked judges of being vegetarians or what have you really kind of raised an eyebrow with me, and narrow-minded maybe, but like we said on Sunrise, at least the winner was a meat eater.
That's right. So any information as far as, did you read his article?
No, I didn't read his article, and I probably should have, and maybe we will afterwards. But it was just, the ethics of eating meat. You would think that you'd have someone on there that eats meat.
Yeah, you would think so. As a judge.
Yeah. So where does your state stand? This was also part of Joe Roost's Cattle Network. I thought this was cool because it talks a lot about cattle reports, agriculture commodities over the last, they always look back 5 years, 10 years, etc. So among the top 5 agricultural commodities in 2010, the report lists cattle and calves as number 1, according for 16.4% of the total value of U.S. ag products. Corn is second at 14.2%, followed by soybeans, dairy products, and broilers at 10.6%, 10% and 7.5% of the total, respectively. Soybeans and soy exports topped the list of commodities in 2010, with live animals and meat in the 4th spot with a value of $8.9 billion.
Really?
The top 5 U.S. counties for ag sales back in 2007, which is awesome because it's where I grew up: Fresno County, Tulare, Kern, Merced, and Monterey, and they were all in California.
Well, now I know why you got this article.
Huh? How about that? Well, and two, Salinas is not that far from where I'm from. It's about 3 hours towards the coast. But Salinas is known as the salad bowl capital of the world because of all the crops and ag that is out there. It's just ideal land for all of that. Yeah, it is pretty. And they have the largest rodeo in the state of California.
Really?
The California Rodeo Salinas. That's
so,
exactly right.
Did you ride a horse in that rodeo when you were Miss California?
Well, I was Miss Rodeo Salinas too, so I got to represent that. I got to represent that rodeo, but it was really awesome. And one thing that is for sure, which is so funny, is Salinas. They pride themselves on being the California Rodeo. And they use the word rodeo instead of rodeo because of the Spanish heritage that derived from the city of Salinas and surrounding cities. So, ironically, Rodeo Drive or California Rodeo, usually you make fun of people that say that. You're like, oh, what a city guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But to go to Salinas, make sure you call it the California Rodeo.
Okay, I'll
make
try.
a note of it. And do I have any other cool stuff? I don't think I do. But those were just some things that I thought you really needed to know.
Sure. Well, now I'm definitely more well-rounded, I guess.
Yeah. What about this over here? I know that you and I kind of talked about the organic, natural, grass-fed, or conventional. What is the right choice? Now, you are way more well-versed on all of this than me.
Well, to me, I don't see just a whole lot of difference in organic and natural. I've realized organic, everything comes from stuff that's natural, so even like crops, they've got to be organic, and the fertilizers are like compost or manure.
And when you're feeding the cattle, it needs to all come from the...
And generally, organic cattle, they don't receive antibiotics or hormones or implants. They can receive some vaccines, but mainly the feed that they're fed, it's going to be organic, and the cattle, they're going to be natural for the most part. Now, when you talk about cattle that are natural, these are cattle that this one can be a little looser interpreted sometimes, but for the most part, cattle that are natural, they don't have any type of antibiotics or hormones. They're not supposed to have this to be certified natural, and it is audited through a third party at the retail level in most cases. But
and is this NHTC? Is this something like what
it's
Superior
like
does?
non-hormone treated cattle.
Okay.
It'd be along those same lines. You'll see a lot on these Superior Livestock auctions cattle that are certified natural. I'm sure that those do have to be audited through a third party.
Okay.
But anyway, and some years you see a decent premium on the natural program as well.
What about grass-fed?
Grass-fed are just cattle that have not been fed grains, so nothing just real mind-blowing about that. They're just, you see a few bull sales that we have where they're forage tested. Generally, these are cattle. A lot of times they're going to be fed out a little bit longer. A lot of people seem to think that the meat's going to be a little different flavored because they've been fed on grass for so long instead of grain-fed.
Do you have a preference?
Well, I just pick up whatever I find at the grocery store.
Okay.
I'm not ever real big on organic or certified natural or grass-fed.
Can you tell the difference in eating grass-fed versus grain-fed, do you think?
I'm not even sure I've ever ate grass-fed.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
probably not.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I have either. But anyway, all right. Well, these are all some excerpts from Sunrise, but I wanted to bring them on and kind of pick
Now,
your brain
I
a little
will
bit.
say I have ate certified natural and it always tastes good. And,
Okay.
there's no hormones or antibiotics, which to me, honestly, I think the hormones are so at such small levels that you're not going to notice it anyway. But,
Okay.
I guess it's everyone's own personal preference.
Yeah, all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, there's a little bit of trivia and news for you folks at home and picking Jason's brain a little bit. When we come back, we're going to visit about our summer season and catch up with Jason on how Star Lake was. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Join Superior Livestock on Friday, June 22nd at noon Central for our Superior Dairy Auction, featuring dairy replacement heifers and springers on RFD TV. Do you have dairy cattle that you'd like to sell, or are you in the market to buy? Contact Superior Livestock today at 800-422-2117 or learn more about our upcoming auctions at superiorlivestock.com and market your cattle the Superior way.
Well, welcome back to Auction Block. Like Jason and I visited about, this is the week of Council Bluffs, Iowa, our first summer commercial auction season auction on the schedule. We're going to be in Council Bluffs, Iowa, just right across the river there from Omaha. We talked so much about the purebred auctions, Jason. Why don't we have a commercial catalog here? Kind of visit with the folks at home how buying with Superior works, or how we in the catalog the lots are differentiated by regions,
Sure.
so on and so forth.
Well, all of our buyers pretty much get this catalog, and how we sell the cattle, they're going to be grouped into region, and they're going to be sorted as far as if they're feeder steers, feeder heifers, wean calves, calves on cows, and they're going to be broken down into regions. Like I said, every sale is going to start with Holstein cattle, and then typically we're going to go into the region 3, 4, 5, and 6 feeder steers, and then follow that with the same region on the feeder heifers, at least for the sales in Fort Worth. It probably changes a little bit when we get out to Winnemucca, and just depending on the numbers for each region.
Sure.
And everything. And of course, as we travel this summer and we get out to Winnemucca, there's going to be larger amount of calves selling from that region
Right.
versus a sale in Fort Worth
Right.
right now. But it's going to be categorized that way. And then after we've done the Holsteins, we do all the feeder steers, the heifers, and wean calves, and all that. And then after all that's done, we always end the sale with the bred stock. Or typically, sometimes it can change a little bit on the summer
Sure.
sales, but just our typical auctions can be Holsteins, then commercial cattle, then the bred stock. And as far as the regions go, which maybe we can get this and blow it up when you're editing this, but basically region 1 is western states, far western part of the United States. Then region 2 is basically the northwest.
Okay.
Region 3 is Texas and the south and southwest. Region 4 is going to be the Midwest, and then region 5 is going to be the eastern states, which of course region 5 is probably our lightest amount of
Right.
cattle being sold. But it does include Florida, and we do sell a lot of calves out of there every year, especially kind of in the end of May and first part of June.
We love our reps over in that area.
That's for sure. So, but anyway, that's kind of how it's broken down. This last auction we had was that was on RFD was Friday, May 18th, and we sold about 22,000 head. It was actually a really good auction. The market was really strong. I know bidding was extremely strong all day long. We sold 90% on that sale, which
Great.
whenever you sell 90% on, I don't care what auction it is,
Right.
when it's a big feeder calf sale, that's really, really good sell. The market was excellent. Yearlings were up $2 to $4, and feeder calves were up $4 to $8, so it was really good.
auction. Right, and we were probably just a little light on the auction, like you said, just around 22,000 head, just because when we're gearing up to go to all the places across the country for our summer auctions, that's when we're having 200,000, 300,000, 350,000, and that is so That's so many head of cattle. Sometimes it's really hard to wrap your brain around that many.
It is. That steamboat sale, and I know as a couple of years ago, you know, the cow numbers were down enough last year that steamboat wasn't as big as it would have been the year before. But there's been years when steamboat's 345,000 head and Winnemucca's over 300,000 head of cattle, and it's just, I've seen it. Normally, the steamboat auctions Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day from 8 to 5 every day, but there's been years where we've had it for 6 days and went through and finished up on Saturday, and that's a lot of cattle.
It is, and last season was my first time on the road where I got to meet a lot of our customers and long-time consigners and even some of our buyers that come year after year. And to think that some of those customers have been with us since 1987, and to be able to meet them in their generational farm and ranch, it is just, they're really the salt of the earth, and along with our reps, you know, finding those customers.
Sure.
But we're surrounded by such wonderful people.
Sure, and these summer sales, that's the best opportunity we provide to come out and meet a lot of our reps, because they'll all be in one location. In a lot of the cases, they'll have a lot of their consigners, like you said. But it's a great time to come out there and meet these guys.
Yeah, and Winnemucca, I know, is your favorite. Kind of talk about some of the purebred guys that are out there that some people have the opportunity to meet.
Well, to me, when we talk about really the consigners coming out there and being on location when those calves sell, Winnemucca is as good as there is. Get such a great turnout from consigners that come out there. And you know, the sale's up there north of Reno, so it's not the most easily accessible place in the United States, but people come in from all over, and it's such a fun event, and the reps are there. And like you said, we get the seed stock producers come out there too, and a lot of our customers that you see that have a sale with us in the spring and the fall, they come out there and they market their bulls to these guys, because it's probably as good of a place as you're going to find, because a lot of these guys are selling, you know, several hundred head of feeder calves.
Right.
So it's a great opportunity, and as far as talking to the reps and these consigners, this is the best time to go out there and talk to the reps, because once we get through the summer season and into the fall, they're delivering, and they stay on the road constantly getting these cattle sorted and weighed and then sent on their way.
Yeah. Well, you're exactly. One person that sticks out to me is the Lorenzen family. Do they come to Steamboat too? I feel like I've seen Sam.
Sam was at Steamboat last year. I'm sure he'll probably be there again, but he'll definitely be at Winnemucca.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of Red Angus cattle selling in Winnemucca, that's for sure. Well, now
and the breed associations will be out there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we really like all the folks at Red Angus Association. They're out there along with some of your other friends.
So it's always a fun sale.
Yep.
Sure.
Well, I am certainly packing my bags, because we are going to be gone all summer long. And if for whatever reason you would like to participate in some of our commercial cattle auctions, you can certainly do so by calling 800-422-2117. And when we come back, we're going to visit with you about how to register to become a buyer for Superior Livestock Auction, or if you have some cattle that you'd like to consign, we're going to briefly go over that as well. So I'm going to pick your brain some more and ask you some tough questions.
I'm ready.
All right, don't go anywhere. Auction Block will be right back after this.
Hello, I'm Pam Minnick, host of The American Rancher here on RFD TV. Each week, we are privileged to bring you the stories from the people and places that make ranching an American lifestyle. Come with us to see both the heritage and the enterprise of livestock production across our great nation. Thanks again to all of you for watching The American Rancher.
Welcome back, folks. And Jason, we're going to talk just how to go about consigning for an SLA auction with our new website that we just launched the beginning of this year. The IT guys here in the office, Kevin Fielder, along with Nathan, did an outstanding job on our website, if I do say so myself. It's so easy to navigate, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really great.
It is. Well, we're talking earlier about people that do want to consign cattle with us. You know, in most cases, our reps, they go out and they find these consigners and they get them to sell on Superior, but there's so many people that watch our auctions, and I know we get a lot of phone calls for people that want to sell cattle with us. And always before, if someone's calling and they want to sell cattle, Joe or somebody goes and they look on the map and they find where they're located at and what rep is there.
Tiny red dot, you know,
okay,
where the
you've
rep
seen
is.
the map in the break room downstairs, and
Yeah.
it's a big map that's got dots all over it, and it's got a name beside it. But now, if someone wants to consign cattle with us, they can just go online to superiorlivestock.com, and I believe on the left side of the home page, it says find a representative. You can click on that. You can type in a zip code,
Right.
state. You can search for like a 250-mile radius or various distances, but it's really easy. You type it in, and then it'll pop up however many reps, and it'll say their name, their location, and give a cell phone number for them.
Yeah, not only is it good for customers, but also for the reps too, you know, being easy to find, and I know that it's worked for a lot of them.
Well, and I think our website's so much more user-friendly now that they redid it. And for those of you that haven't seen it before, just go online to superiorlivestock.com and check it out. But you can see everything there, from market recaps to finding a rep, to see our complete schedule of summer sales and our purebred production sales.
And in addition to that, especially now that we're getting into the commercial summer season, a lot of folks ask about our value-added programs and what we offer, from VAC 45, 35, you know, Superior Progressive Genetics, which you really help spearhead. Kind of talk about the importance of the value-added programs and really the premiums we see here on Superior.
Well, I think that one of the strongest points about selling with Superior Livestock is that if you go through the trouble or do everything to go ahead and be on one of these VAC programs or do some type of value-added program, you will be rewarded more strongly on Superior Livestock than any other market out there. I just know that that's one of the main driving factors in my eyes on selling with Superior, is you are recognized and you are awarded for doing the extra work needed to go ahead and qualify for a value-added program.
Right.
I know that the VAC 45 program had an extremely impressive premium from last year. I believe it was like close to $12 per hundredweight. So it was such a great one. The Superior Progressive Genetics program is starting to see a premium, and that one's increasing each year. But you're so rewarded for Superior, because those buyers, they do recognize that you put in the work to do this and to put together such a good load of calves and then have the right VAC programs and herd health. I mean, it's going to pay off. And even we were talking about the certified natural earlier. Some years that sees better premiums than other. I know towards the end of last year, it certainly saw a good premium. It started to come on. And really, when I talk about these premiums, and we share a lot of this data at these producers meetings that we go to and that I'll speak at, but the data is collected from pretty much all the cattle that are sold through our summer season. So it's last year, I think it was on over 400,000 head. So it was definitely a comprehensive list, and it was accurate data, and it's really good.
I was just looking over here because we were looking at this earlier for the regions, but down here below, here's some of, you know, like our value-added programs. And two, if you folks at home haven't received one of our catalogs before in the mail or been at one of our auctions, I'll never forget I interviewed a long-time customer at the Corn Belt Classic last year on Sunrise, and I'll never forget what he said to me. He said, we've been a customer, it was one of Ray Mader and Tony Schiffer's customers up there, but he said what is so important for folks at home, or if you're just starting out with Superior, he said as many icons as you can get in this little box. You have this much space to sell your cattle, or, you know, to offer your cattle and make them look the best that they possibly can. And he said, and so you just try and get as many in here as you can. And I was looking at the customer. I picked DeLong Ranches, one of our great customers, big outfit out there in the high desert of Nevada. But they're certified Angus, they're NHTC, they're certified natural. They're represented by the Red Angus Association and Superior Progressive Genetics. So the DeLong Ranches, they have a lot of stuff in their box.
They do, and they'll sell a lot of calves with us in Winnemucca, and they'll be out there in person. But these value-added programs on sale day, they're the little icons you see at the bottom of the screen. If you'll notice, our graphics are L-shaped, and they'll have all the information as far as the weight of the calves and when they're going to be delivered. But at the very bottom is where those logos come up.
Right, and that is such a huge, just a huge, great marketing venue that Superior Livestock implemented. They've been doing the icons on the bottom for a while now, haven't we?
We have. I mean, it seems like our list of value-added programs has certainly grown a little bit since I've been here. But like I said, if you're going to sell calves on Superior, you definitely want to take advantage of the value-added programs we offer.
Right, and then I was just looking for this, and I know it's probably hard to see, but we have a reference table just on the inside of all of our commercial catalogs where it kind of deciphers the icons that you will see in the magazine and, like Jason said, on television, from the Superior VAC program to Superior Verified to Source and Age, SPG, the NHTC Certified Natural, and the USDA Certified Natural program.
Sure. So on top of reasons to sell on Superior on their value-added programs, the other really big point to me is,
if we're not twisting your arm already, this was
we're
going to
give
your
you
arm.
some reasons to sell Superior, but you get to take advantage of current market conditions. And if you'll notice, our calves sell selling, especially this summer. A lot of those, the delivery date's not going to be till this fall, and those are people that are selling these calves, and at the time that they're videoed, a lot of them are still going to be little calves on the cow. They'll be weaned and they'll be shipped later in the fall, but they're going to go ahead and take advantage of current market prices right now and deliver those cattle later. And that's also a reason why when you look on there, there's normally going to be a slide that's listed in the catalog, and you'll hear them talk about weight stops and everything, but that's another big advantage.
Yeah, well, we hope you sell the superior way, that's for sure.
That's right.
And before we go to break, let's just touch on just briefly, if you do want to register to become a buyer for Superior Livestock Auction, you can contact us at 800-422-2117, and we have ladies down in the office that can certainly assist you in doing that. It's a little bit different than the purebred auctions and Superior Productions. We do actually ask for a little bit more detailed information. We have to contact your bank. Your bank has to fill out an information form for us, and then once all that happens...
That's right. It's a little more detailed than registering for one of our seed stock sales, because you're going to call in, we are going to send a form to you, and we're going to ask you to go ahead and let your bank know that we are going to be calling, just making sure that there's money to pay for an entire load lot of cattle, or that you've got the line of credit needed, because you've got to think that when you're selling 50,000 pounds worth of cattle, it is a lot of money. So we just want to make sure our consigners are covered, and that there's no problem.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's part of selling with Superior. So anyway, we hope that now you are up to speed on everything we offer here at Superior Livestock. There's not going to be a quiz, but I think we covered mostly everything.
I think so.
And if not, we'll do it next week. Okay, stay with us. We'll be back right after this to talk about Starlight Cattle Ranch and their Branded Beauties auction that Jason was just at. Stay with us.
Join Superior Livestock Auction all summer long at our biggest cattle auctions of the year. Mark your calendars now. June 7th and 8th will be in Council Bluffs, Iowa for our Corn Belt Classic, followed by the largest family reunion in the cattle business, Week in the Rockies in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, June 25th through the 29th. Let's not forget about our good friends in our western region as we take over the town of Winnemucca, Nevada for a full week of fun July 23rd through the 27th. How about taking a trip to the Bighorn Mountains in beautiful Wyoming? Superior Livestock will be having our annual Bighorn Classic in Sheridan, Wyoming, August 13th through the 17th. Lastly, our Labor Day auction will wind up the summer season from Denver, Colorado, September 5th through the 7th. For more information, log on to superiorlivestock.com, and we'll see you this summer.
Well, welcome back, and now we're going to get to some high sellers from the Starlight Cattle Ranch auction that happened on Saturday, May 19th. I know you were on hand, and you said you were really impressed, and it was a good auction.
It was a great auction. It's a big event on Friday. They've got the steak dinner, and they've got the embryo auction, which I can say I even bought some embryos for Barber Ranch. They were really good. I did. They were out of their Orly cow, which would have been a full sib to a heifer that I showed back when I was in college back in about 03, 04, somewhere around in there. Really
You're starting
good.
to date yourself a little bit.
I don't think so. But anyway, a long time ago that you pointed out. So, but anyway, the cow, these embryos, the embryos would have been a full sib. She was mainly a line bred cow. But anyway, the sire of the embryos would have been out of Shockwave, which would be the bull that was reserve champion in Denver this year and then won the Fort Worth National Show, and would be a son of Shock and Awe, who was a sire of my family's top-selling heifer back in our March sale. So, in my opinion, really good genetics, and it was actually it was the first lot of the sale Friday evening, and I planned on getting some embryos later on. I didn't think I'd get those at the price I did, but I did, and they were around the average price that they sold. I think I got them for $700 per embryo. So the price was right on them, got them bought, but you know, the sad thing is I was done bidding after that.
That was it. You spent all your money right at the top.
That's right.
Oh, that's great. So what else? So Friday night was awesome. Friday night was a party,
Friday
too.
night, that's right.
Okay.
That party that you said you're going to be coming to.
I know. I know.
But no, it was a good time. It was a steak dinner, and you know, there's plenty of dancing and everything else. So
Did you dance? Are you a dancer?
No,
Do you
I
and
didn't
Jackie
actually.
dance?
We did not dance here. We did not, but anyway, got the Friday party over with, and then Saturday was really the main event. It's the big auction where they sell the live lots. Now, they also sold some embryos this year on that one, too. But anyway, the entire sale altogether grossed $924,775. So it was awesome. That actually averaged $9,266 per lot, which is incredible. I think that's the best average they've had since I've been there. I know it is extremely good sale. There's been years before when they've busted $1 million. They probably had about 20 live lots less than they did. If they would have had that, I think they would have easily done that. But I mean, it was a phenomenal sale. It probably was their best average ever.
Wow! So obviously they're more than happy. And like you were going to say about the high sellers, you said that there were quite a few at the top of the sale.
There were definitely. So I'm sure we can show our audience some of those.
Okay. All right. Well, here is some of the top sellers that just happened on Saturday, May 19th at Starlight Cattle Ranch in Skiatook, Oklahoma. Did I say that right?
That's right.
I said Skiatook during rehearsal on Sunrise, and I was corrected immediately.
Well, actually, you were right if you said Skiatook. It's Skiatook or Skiatook. Even the natives there say you can say it either way.
Oh,
so
really?
You let somebody correct you.
My
Should
goodness.
not have stood for that.
They said it's Skiatook, and I said, Jason hosts Auction Block with me, and he's married to Jackie Blinn, the daughter of Starlight Cattle Ranch, and he says that you can say Skiatook or Skiatook, and they said it's Skiatook. I'm telling him. I'm going back and I'm saying
well,
you
you're
said
fine
either
way.
or. Okay, good. All right, well, here's a few top sellers from the auction, folks.
Down, 2,500. Yeah, 25 here, knocking out 7.5, 3 here, knocking out 10.5, 5 here, knocking out 7.5. Yeah, 4 here, knocking out 45, 5 down there, knocking out 55, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 here, knocking out better 8, down 9, 10,000. Yeah, 10 here, knocking out, give it that 11, now 12. Yeah, 12 here, knocking out the bar, you want it on, but knocking out 12 down there, knocking out you want here. Yeah, 12 here, knocking out to go, thank you now, 13,000 here, knocking out to go, 12's bid here, knocking out 13, 14. Yeah, 14 on her here, knocking out come along, 15. Yeah, 16 on her here, knocking out the bar, you want her 16 down there, knocking out the bar. Yeah, 16, 17 here, knocking out again here, knocking out 18, 20. Yeah, 20,000 here, knocking out the bar, you want her. Yes, 20. Hey. Time out. All I can be is a referee. I have 20,000 to Jack. Give me 1. 21. 21 to buyer 2. Yeah, 2 here. Knocking out to go here. Knocking out. Give me that 22 here. Knocking out to buyer. All done. 21, 22 here. Knocking out. Going to go out. She goes, Max. 21, 22,000 here. Knocking out to buyer. Do you want her? Thank you. I sold her out here. 21,000 on her. 21,000. 229, John Moss, thank you, gets a good home going to Oregon. Also want to mention Jimmy Bessler. Hold up your hand, Jimmy. Be glad to insure your cattle today. Also, you can do business with Jerry Gay, insurance agent, also as well. Just tell the clerks, here's lot number 19. Lot 19 comes in here, excellent every calf, quite a female package here. Mother, bred, safe and calf, 2 timeless. All right, sir, on the pair, what you want to do? Knocking out the bomb here, knocking out 12 here, knocking out 12 here, knocking out 15. Yeah, 2 here, knocking out 25, 3 here, knocking out 4 down there, knocking out 45, 5. Yes, 5, 6 down there, knocking out, give me that 7, 8, now 9, 10. Yeah, 10, now 11, 12 here, knocking out 15 on her down there, knocking out a buyer 16. Yeah, 17 here, knocking out, what are you going to do? Knocking out 17 a buyer. Yeah, 17, 18. Well, you 20 here, knocking out 1 here, now 2. Yeah, 22, 3 here, knocking out 4, 5 here, knocking out 6 on her. Yeah, 26, 7 here, knocking out a buyer down there, knocking out what are you going to do? Knocking out 27 a buyer. 6 is back here, give 7. Yeah, 7 here, knocking out to go 26 here, knocking out but along 7 on her, all done. 27 down there, knocking out a buyer to get her out of here. 26, 7 here, knocking out a buyer to on her. Now, sold her down your way, 26,000 on her. 26,000 on the pair. She's going to Medati Island, going to Ontario, Canada.
Join Superior Livestock on Friday, June 22nd at noon Central for our Superior Dairy Auction, featuring dairy replacement heifers and springers on RFD TV. Do you have dairy cattle that you'd like to sell, or are you in the market to buy? Contact Superior Livestock today at 800-422-2117 or learn more about our upcoming auctions at superiorlivestock.com and market your cattle the Superior way.
Well, welcome back, and Jason, we're going to show just a few more high sellers from the auction. But like you said, great auction, great sale, and you even have one of their high selling bulls that sold.
Well, they sold the picker in their spring bull calves, the same pick that Shockwave came out of, but actually sold it really well. It sold, I don't remember, it's $68,000 for, and it's like a half interest or third interest record. I don't remember all the details, but whatever it was, it sold for a lot of money. It was definitely in the 60,000 range, so it was excellent, excellent.
Wow, and I know that even for Barber Ranch, you all sell some that are half interest or quarter interest. Just give me a quick synopsis on what that really means.
Well, normally if you sell an interest in a bull, they're going to be a partnership animal, and for the most part, these are going to be the ones that you show. Not all the time. I mean, a lot of people will buy half interest and the animal's never shown, and that normally means that if there's two owners, one owner will get the bull to turn out in the fall, the other owner will get the bull to turn out in the spring.
Okay.
So it just depends, and some of them you don't even sell possession. Normally that's like a half possession type deal, but really every sale, every breeder is a little bit different in how they set their terms.
So if I bought a bull from you half interest and I wanted to show and you wanted to show, can both of us show him?
Yeah, we just put them in each other's names, and then one person, physically takes them to the show. But anyway, a lot of the cattle that are shown, they're actually entered by multiple owners.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, I've showed horses for a long time, and I know that it's probably just a little bit different than that. So thank you for explaining all that. See, tough questions once again. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, here's more of the high sellers from Starlight Cattle Ranch. Take a look.
You're buying 1/4 interest in your pick of those calves, and you'll enjoy your trip back here to Starlight to get to go pick on those all those spring ET calves, and there'll be some dandies. All right, sir, what you bid's what you pay for the 1/4 interest. All right, sir, start him along here, nodding down the bind. You want him 5,000 where? Yes, 5 here, nodding down, give me that 6, 7 here, nodding down, way you down there, nodding down, but a 8 here, nodding down, give me 9,000. Yeah, 10 here, nodding down, let me down, come on here, nodding down, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 15 down there, nodding down, 17, 5, way you down there, nodding down, give me that 20. Yes, 20 down there, nodding down, 2, 5 here, nodding down, give me that 22, 5, 5. Yeah, 25 now, 7, 5, 30 down there, nodding down, 32, 5. Yeah, 35 down there, nodding down, 40,000 here, nodding down, well, you 45. I'm 45 here, nodding down, I'm already on her 45, 50. Yeah, 50 on her down there, nodding down, give me that 7, 5. Yeah, 7, 5 now, 50. What? Jack, you're doing good, but I hate to tell you, you're just a teeny bit late. I have 47.5. Give me 50. Take 48. Now 9. 49. 50. 50,000 there, nodding out to go to buyer down there, nodding out. Well, 1. Yeah, 51. 2 here, nodding out 2 to buy down and out 3. Yeah, 3 to be down 5 here, nodding out, giving that 55. 6. Yeah, 6 and 7, give 8. 60,000. Yeah, 60 now 1. Yeah, 61 here, nodding out. What are you gonna do? Nodding out. Don't walk away. You can't get it bought doing that. Just wheel around, come right on back here. You don't give 61. 61, you ran a good race. 61 here, nodding out to go. How you get along, Don? 61, thank you. Now 1, 2. Yeah, 2 here, nodding out to go. And 3 here, nodding out. But give 4, give 5. 65,000. All down 6, 8. Yes, 6. Now give me 7. The race isn't over yet. Give me 8. 68 here, nodding out. You want it all done? 68. Gonna go. Now 9. 8's bid. Gonna be 9. Either of you. 68, 69. Are you done? What about you? Where'd my other man go? He's hiding on me. Believe he left. Sold out 68,000, Jack. Pro Gene International, Eduardo. Stand up. Why not give him a hand? You bought a great selection of a calf. Yes, sir. He bought one of our top females last year. Thank you. And Andy Lamb was running a close race. And whoever was over here, 169 will be your number to buy. 169. Classy effort here. I think anybody that's been here prior to sale time would have had to have this heifer on their list. Gold Nugget daughter, super senior calf, eligible. She's the kind that's made Star Lake the premier breeder and exhibitor to Junior National for a number of years, and at the National Hereford Show in Denver. I have 2,000 to start her on the internet. I like that. Yeah, 25 here, nodding it out 3 here, nodding it out 4, 5 here, nodding it out 6, 7 here, nodding it 8. Yeah, 10,000 here, nodding it out, go here, nodding it out 10 to buyer, nodding it out, you want her, nodding it out 10, 10, 10, 12. Yeah, 12 here, nodding it out 15,000 here, nodding it out, you want her, nodding it out 15, now 20. Yeah, 20,000 here, nodding it out to buyer, you want her down there, nodding it out, give it that 20 on her to buyer. Yeah, 20,000 here, nodding it out to go, you want her, nodding it out 20 here, nodding it out, you want her, nodding it out 20's all. Yeah, 20 here, nodding it out to go here, nodding it out, give it that 20 down there, nodding it out, but again 19 bed here, nodding it out to go here, nodding it out 19,000 here, nodding it out to buyer. 19,000 here, nodding it out to go, you want her down there, nodding it out 19 on her down there. Now, if there's any question, you're getting all of the effort. You're getting all of the effort. No interest here. No interest here. For sure. Here's an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of a great female. Monty, go ahead.
This may be one of the really best fall heifers that we've ever had a prospect to sell here. We've been blessed with a great calf crop for the fall calf crop, and this heifer and the 167 are standouts in our mind. And this heifer, I think, besides a show career, just think what she can do for you as a power cow.
I think I have 3 people think that. I had 15,000 with Jack. Give me 16. 16 on her here. Thank you. Now 17. That broke the tie. Now 18. 18 on her down there, nodding out. Did you not? Now 19. 19,000 here, nodding out. What are you going to do? Nodding out. 19. 20. Yeah, 20. Now 1. 21 here. Now thank you. Now 2. Yeah, 2 here. Nodding out. Give it that 3 here. Nodding out. 5, 5, 5. 25. 25 here. Nodding out. What are you going to do? Thank you. Now 4. Now 5. 25,000. 25, start her out. 25,000 here, nodding out. What are you going to do? Nodding out to buy. You want her? You done? Sold her. Don's way goes to the Harrison family. Arapahoe, Oklahoma, 24,000, number 214. Thank you, folks.
Join Superior Livestock Auction all summer long at our biggest cattle auctions of the year. Mark your calendars now. June 7th and 8th will be in Council Bluffs, Iowa for our Corn Belt Classic. Followed by the largest family reunion in the cattle business, Week in the Rockies in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, June 25th through the 29th. Let's not forget about our good friends in our western region as we take over the town of Winnemucca, Nevada for a full week of fun July 23rd through the 27th. How about taking a trip to the Bighorn Mountains in beautiful Wyoming? Superior Livestock will be having our annual Bighorn Classic in Sheridan, Wyoming, August 13th through the 17th. Lastly, our Labor Day auction will wind up the summer season from Denver, Colorado, September 5th through the 7th. For more information, log on to superiorlivestock.com, and we'll see you this summer.
Well, welcome back to Auction Block. Jason, like I think we've said throughout the whole program, Starlight Cattle Ranch had a great auction. Like you said, maybe the best one they've had.
They did, and I've got to clarify, since I should have just opened the catalog, the lot one, the bull that we're talking about, they sold a quarter interest in him.
Oh, okay, for around 67, 68,000.
Somewhere right around in there.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, I don't know if any of our commercial cattle auctions will have one particular lot sell for that much.
Not for one animal.
Okay, yeah, not for one animal, that's for sure. And that's really the difference between our commercial cattle auctions and purebred. Purebred auctions, you normally see just one bull sell or
yeah,
cow.
well, they sell them as individual lots, and most of these bull sales that you've seen this spring, they're going to average between $4,000 and $6,000 on these bulls, whereas all these commercial cattle sales we sell them in load lots, so there's normally 48,000 pounds worth when the cattle are delivered.
Right, okay. Well, this week at Superior Livestock, we are in full force, whether it be for the dispersal that we're having for Worman Monday and Tuesday, June 4th and 5th, Walking T Ranch, their auction on Saturday, selling 1,150 head of replacement heifers, if I'm not mistaken. And you went out there and you saw them?
I did, and they're a good quality set, and they've got several different breed types represented, so for people that did let down on their numbers last year during this drought. Not saying that we're in the best shape that we could be right now, because it's
Better,
a little,
yeah.
it's not bad here. It's greener in Oklahoma where I was this last week, but it's still pretty good. So people that are looking to get some replacement females, here's definitely a cell to look at.
Right, and you can contact the Superior Productions office for a buyer number at 800-431-4452, or you can go online to superiorlivestock.com, as well as our 800 number for Superior Livestock for a commercial buyer. I know it gets a little confusing, but that number is 800-422-2117, and you can differentiate between the two online if you just log on to Superior Livestock.
And I do want to clarify that the worm and dispersal, these are all going to be registered to Angus cattle. Now the Walk and Tea Ranch, they will be commercial replacement heifers.
Oh, okay. And for Warman, like we talked about at the top of the show, they'll be offering 1,500 head of Angus cattle.
I believe so.
And the auction will get started at 9:30 a.m. on Monday.
Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern time, June 4th, and then Tuesday, June 5th, it'll begin at 9 a.m. Eastern time. But it'll be on RFD TV all day long, both days. And then, like we said, a little bit later in the week, we'll be in Council Bluffs, Iowa for our first auction of the summer season, and I'm sure looking forward to seeing all of our great customers from up there.
And I'll just have to catch up with them in the steamboat.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But we want to thank all of you so much for joining us today on Next Stop Auction Block, and we will be here right back here this time next week. And next week we're going to have the newest employee of Superior Livestock Auction on the program, Mr. Rain Austin. He is going to be the manager of the country page, along with Mitchell Lichty. And Mitchell actually is the cameraman for Next Stop Auction Block, but I've pulled him from the other side of the camera, and he actually sat in with me and visited with Rain and myself, and they talked all about the country page, Superior Livestock Internet Auction, and a click to bid, because as many of you know, you can bid online for it through us too.
And like I think we've covered here before, everyone at Superior wears multiple hats, and
Yeah, everyone does.
and it's kind of all hands on deck and who's available when it comes to every project, it seems like.
That's exactly right. So although Mitch's first priority is country page, the internet auction, and everything else, we still do grab him to come tape the show for us. So we want to thank him for everything that he does. Anyway, all right. Well, we're so glad that you joined us for this hour of Next Stop Auction Block, and we'll see you right back here this time next week. And I know Jason and I sure hope you turn in for all of our great auctions this week. You won't want to miss them.
Yep, thank you, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye-bye.